a picture of Bryce and me before I take it.
Oh, where's Bryce?
Not hand. My hair way.
You gotta look like a Bryson.
Well, I see
Play-
that is not possible.
Look like a Bryson, act like a Bryson.
That part is that Jennifer almost has this much facial hair.
Awesome, guys. Have a good tour.
Welcome, I'll be your tour guide for the next hour, and I don't want to waste any of your time on the ice, so is everyone ready to go? Yeah. Perfect, let's go.
Oh, they didn't have no snow days.
Right, we didn't have snow days. Good, we'd actually get out of it.
So where are you guys from? On the count of three, shout out where you're from. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Kentucky! Oh, everyone's from Kentucky? Oh, Americans, right? Yeah. Well, guess what? You're going to learn 2 things about your country on my tour.
All right.
Not now, but later. The Columbia Icefield is surrounded by 11 of the tallest peaks in the Rockies, in the Canadian Rockies. And over to your left-hand side, that is Mount Athabasca, and that is not one of the tallest, but it is 3,491 meters tall. So, over 10,000 feet. Sorry, guys. I don't get American groups too often. I need to get my facts straight. Usually, advanced climbers are the ones who climb this. It takes them about 8 hours to get up and about 6 hours to get back down. But occasionally, we have the beginner climbers who don't make it all the way up, and they go in the afternoon instead of 3 o'clock in the morning to do the climb. So they come down with the avalanches in the afternoon. It takes them about 15 seconds.
Looks like he goes right over the edge.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
the
yeah.
best part.
This is the best part, exactly.
I was here last year.
And that's because this is 32 tons, this vehicle. And you go down a 34% hill, or a 20-degree hill, and you're gonna go really fast. That's one of the day, guys. And there's a guy in sandals, so that's awesome. Now, what we just went through, taking off-roading to a whole new level, that is called our tire wash. And it does exactly that. It makes sure that we don't bring any mud or rock onto the glacier, because, well, we don't want to do that. It would just make it messy, and then it would melt faster, because sun going onto a dark spot on a white surface, that's going to melt faster, right?
one thing. It's like, no. It's like, you want to go to dumbass.
Oh my gosh,
Daniel, what?
What?
They got called. Oh, not called. Mardi Gras.
But if you can imagine, way back when, everything except for Andromeda's Peak, Mount Columbia, Mount Kitchener, they were all underneath ice. It's crazy to think about it now. Alright, now up here where this Canadian flag is, where we claimed it, this is where the old transfer station used to be. So this actually used to be where the Ice Explorers were last year, where you would have gotten off the shuttle bus and onto the Ice Explorers. Anyway guys, thank you very much on behalf of Brewster and myself. I'd like to thank you for coming, and you guys have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your vacation, and enjoy the Canadian Rockies.
Alright guys, so what did you think of that short 7-minute film? Okay, so like Carly had mentioned, this was more of the scientific aspect, the art key base, of how Head Smash Team came to be.
This is a female buffalo. She's very small female. Buffalo grew to be about 800 pounds, fully grown. And he asked me to stop but he did anyway.
He wanted to see the buffalo coming over the cliff, so what he did was he snuck under at the base of the cliff there, and he hid beneath the crevices in the cliff there. So as the buffalo began to come over, he came out and he began to look up. But like Carly had mentioned, you have 300 to 500 buffalo toppling over the cliff. They pile up on each other. So when the women, it was their job to conduct all the butchering and processing. So once they came up, they began to, butcher the buffalo and carry them off to the sides there. Well, what was discovered was this young boy with his head crushed between the cliff and the buffalo. So that's one story that interprets why Head Smash Team received its name. I personally don't share that story, but it is the main story that's depicted on our main pamphlet there. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Around help people.
You're good at it.
I'm he's English guy, Johnstown. See what the air
Sheet metal on the premise.
I want a good shot of everybody watching.
Yeah. How many dancers does it take to change a tire? None. We let the locals do it.
Maybe 21, 22. A little more. Stop and get groceries anyway. So we'll do this one.
And if you got
Ready? You ready, guys? Is today the 27th?
I can't. Let's not her first.
Oh, yes, it is.
Damn adults.
Here, wash them later.
What I'm talking about, that's what I want to hear better. Welcome here to Yellowstone. Then we'll have one of our wranglers really tell you some good information about the cookout, how we're able to have it out there, and so forth.
So you guys ready to go to cookout?
Oh yeah.
Good. We have a lot of cold pizza and tofu for you guys. Where are you guys from? Kentucky.
Virginia. Kentucky.
Always a question.
Thank you.
We gotta let them know we appreciate them. The elk? Yeah. You know what? If we look to our left, there's actually a good little bison bird over there. Yeah, the elk. If you guys take the, how are you gonna get your steak cut?
Carefully.
Medium rare. Whatever sounds good at the time.
Rare.
Oh, he's gonna eat that thing right over there, or whatever it is.
Determines where we're at.
Thank you all.
We'll see, I guess.
Did y'all just sound off with this?
And they bring that out here in the middle of bear country without a gun. That's pretty brave, isn't it? Yeah. Well, if y'all enjoyed your meal tonight, give your cooks a big hand over there. I see some movement out the corner of my eye, and I look over, and here comes that other horse. Wham! Right over the top of me again. Throws me up into the air a little bit, I land just face down, and I'm barely moving, I'm barely breathing. All sorts of just messed up right there. There's some fun red liquid spilling out of me. And I look up, finally, when I get a little bit of air in me through a blurry eyelid, I look over at the fence, and there's my other boss. Half in and half out of the fence. He's looking at Dutch, he's looking at me, he's looking at Dutch. Now again, Dutch, he jumped right back up, does his little dance on me, goes into the pen, starts eating hay, swishing his tail, as happy as can be. There I am on the ground, bleeding, broken, barely breathing, barely moving, but he sees that I'm moving, so he goes to the horse. Y'all getting a sense of where I am in the priority level? All right, 1 hour ride, where are you? You guys are all set, head on down there. If I say bye one now.
There. Fingers up. Fingers in the air.
1, 2, and 3.